Good evening, everybody. Let me extend a warm welcome to City of Glasgow College's Winter Graduation 2024 ceremony. My name is Will McLeish. I'm one of the communications personnel at the college, and it's absolutely brilliant to see so many of our graduands and their guests all here to celebrate together on such a special occasion. The proceeding is about to start. When it does, I will ask those who can to please be upstanding when our Piper Ross pipes in the academic procession, and then to be seated again once they're all up here on the platform. Just a couple of quick housekeeping points. If you haven't already switched your phone to silence mode, please do so. The ceremony will last a little bit longer than an hour, so please remain seated during the ceremony. Thank you very much. Please be upstanding, those who can.
Good evening, honoured guests, members of our College Board, graduates, families and friends. As Vice Principal of Student Experience at the College, I'm delighted to welcome you to our 2024 winter graduation. It's wonderful to see such a huge turnout here at the iconic concert hall, and we extend a warm welcome to everyone joining us online. Now, I've been telling people this secret all day, but I don't know that this group will know my secret that I want to share with you. This is my favourite day of the year because it allows us where we can collectively and individually celebrate all of your hard work, your commitment, and your success. Each of you sitting here represents a unique story. A story of determination, growth, and triumph. And today is the day to celebrate that with your friends and your loved ones. You're a talented group who will shape the future with the key attributes developed during your time at the college, including being curious to learn, optimistic and open to change, globally aware, and sometimes very keen contributors. These key city attributes will position you for a life of continuous learning and success in the working world and whatever you choose to do. So as is customary, today's ceremony commences with an address from our college's founding principal and chief executive, Paul Little, CBE. We recently celebrated our 14th anniversary, and in that time, Principal Little has raised City of Glasgow College to one of the top performing institutions in both further and higher education across Scotland and the UK. Under the Principal's stewardship, the college has reached new heights, including being awarded the prestigious Queen's Anniversary Prize for its pioneering work in research. His dedication to excellence, innovation, and student success continues to define and inspire everything that we do as an institution. So guests, please join me in welcoming our Principal and CEO, Paul Little, CBE. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Chairman, Guest of Honour, Chief Executive Sandy Begbie, members of our college board, honoured fellows, distinguished guests, distinguished alumni, colleagues, and most importantly of all, our graduating class of 2024. I would like to add my own personal warm welcome to each and every one of you here today, particularly to our graduands, to their families and their friends, and indeed to all of those watching our winter graduation live online this evening. Because we truly have a global audience watching our graduation ceremonies nowadays. Because City of Glasgow College is a global player. It's a next generation international tertiary institution. We operate, albeit in Glasgow, across 26 different countries and 6 continents. That is a truly global reach for an organisation. And with a student population up to 40,000 students, of those, they come from 150 different nationalities. That is a huge cosmopolitan learning community. So graduates, we meet here tonight in this magnificent Royal Concert Hall, one of the few venues in Glasgow large enough to hold our Super College graduation. Now, many amazing celebrities have graced this very stage, and tonight, graduands, you're gracing this very stage. This will be your time in the spotlight. Now, the Vice Principal said this is her favourite day of the year. Perhaps it is indeed. This is perhaps my favourite ceremony. Now, why would that be? Is it because that we have our VIP guest of honour, Sandy Begbie, with his insight and his words of wisdom from the world of finance and professional services? Is it because tonight in the audience we have got some graduands from at least 3 families from the City of Glasgow College? Or is it the last ceremony of the afternoon? Perhaps. You can decide that. But today marks a graduation. It's a very public celebration of an individual's achievement. It's a celebration of skills mastered, but it also represents an exciting new chapter in your lives as you transition from study to employment, or from employment to promotion, or indeed to more advanced study in another tertiary institution. Regardless, it's very much a milestone moment, and I and your lecturers look forward each year to this event. We do genuinely feel privileged that we have helped in a small way or a large way so many learners to flourish. We have helped in a small way or a large way for you to receive and achieve your learning goals. And we are delighted and honoured that we've helped many, not a few, to achieve their particular dreams. Now, of course, it's not just our professional learning and support faculty who have helped contribute to your success. Your family and your friends have been hugely instrumental in providing you with the personal support and wise advice. Now, graduates, as you journey on after tonight, please do remember that we rarely ever achieve success on our own. It is very much a team effort. So later in the ceremony, we will mark that because it's important that we recognize that we achieve together. Because many have encouraged you on that particular learning journey that you've been involved in. I'm sure there'll be many of you who've been in placements, and I'm sure many of you will have benefited from the wise, stabling words of your mums, your dads, your siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, friends and partners. But graduation ceremonies are important academic milestones to reflect on all the resilience and determination that it takes to get to this very moment. We don't give away certificates, diplomas, or degrees. They are truly earned. We understand that there have been setbacks along the way. We even understand that there's been tears at times, tears of frustration, moments of indecision, perhaps moments of anxiety, witnessed by either your classmates or indeed by your family or your nearest and dearest. Now, as you sit here tonight, resplendent in centuries-old academic tradition, these fine gowns and your fine gowns, we know that you've endured. We know that you've got here because you've worked tirelessly to overcome each and every challenge. We know that you have juggled part-time jobs as well as juggling family responsibilities. We also know that a few of you have gone the extra mile and overcome extra odds to get here this evening and to fly with passing colours. That's why we're giving out some special awards this evening. So class of 2024, you deserve the recognition that you get in the spotlight tonight. And let me explain a little bit for your sake as well as my sake how that spotlight works. When I finish my speech and Sandy finishes his speech, then it's over to you. And you'll be lined up there, and this little ramp isn't a runway. It's not a bar that you have to jump over. You don't have to get across it in 0.4 seconds. Now, I know some of you got some new shoes tonight. It's moments like this you'll probably regret getting them. But it is quite important that you come gracefully along. I will hand you one of those extra special purple scrolls. And as you leave, smile for the camera. And then when you get to the end of the ramp, not only will you have a sigh of relief, I will, but much more importantly, you will have started as a graduand. And for ceremonies like this, we only ever use that term, graduands. And when you get to the other end of that ramp, you're a graduate. And I'll say why that's important later. You know, class of 2024, we live in an ever-complex world of polycrises, of ongoing uncertainty. And yet, you have been further challenged by entering a highly competitive jobs market. However, fortunately for you, employers are desperate for your skills. They're desperate for your professional knowledge, your technological knowledge, and that's much more important than mere book knowledge. Now, City of Glasgow College is the nearest Scotland has, or indeed the United Kingdom, to a next-generation polytechnic. It's a serious alternative to university. And at this institution, we make a super-sized contribution to social inclusion, to social justice, and to social mobility. Through a range of curricular pathways, some 2,000 courses, we do much at City of Glasgow College of the heavy lifting of widening access to higher education, increasing the playing field of opportunity for the many, not the already enabled few. Indeed, City of Glasgow College is one of Glasgow's largest employers. And each year we make a significant contribution to the Glasgow metropolitan economy. We help its skills pipeline. We offer the city and Scotland and beyond each year some 8,000 technical and professional graduates to work in some 2,600 companies across a staggering 230 industry sectors. Now, I'm sure Sandy will mention perhaps this a little bit of his speech. If not, he'll be scribbling it down as I speak. But these days, it's all about skills, skills, skills. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'm very keen that we help not just the front skilling of our young people. Our sermon here tonight talks about the 97% of the UK workforce and the Scottish workforce that needs upskilling, that needs reskilling, that needs meta-skilling, that needs micro-skilling, that needs lifetime skilling. That's a major contribution that the City of Glasgow College plays. And class of 2024, you're about to join, after the ceremony, a worldwide, world-class alumni. It's a family. It's a family across the globe, at least across 26 different countries. And you'll be able to not just survive in your job, you'll be able to thrive in that job, in fact, in that industry sector. And there's 230 that we support. Now, you will know by now that the City of Glasgow College is no average institution. It makes both a super-sized contribution and is super respected. For example, we are usually the third most popular destination for Scottish school leavers of all 40 tertiary institutions. I like to remember the fact that that is one ahead of Edinburgh University, who are fourth in that destination for Scottish school leavers. I think they prefer English school leavers, but that's another story. We teach only to excellence at the City of Glasgow College, not merely to competence level. You just haven't passed your course, you have flourished in your course, and that's a core principle at the City of Glasgow College. Now, that excellent standard, ladies and gentlemen, is not something that we boast about in an empty way. That is something that we can repeatedly prove year after year for at least 14 years. Every 4 years or so, we enter a global benchmarking exercise. Usually takes 6 months. And the EFQM are the Global Excellence Benchmarking Council. And after their last assessment, they rated your college, our college, a 7-diamond world rating. Now, that rating is the first ever in Scotland, and in the world, there's less than the number of fingers in that hand have that rating. Not only were we given the first in education in the world, but we were given an additional award for outstanding achievement in driving innovation. Of course, this recognition belongs to our students who are excellent, our staff who are excellent, our board of management who are excellent, and indeed all those partnerships that help us place our students and keep the currency of our courses. But graduands, that recognition boosts your qualification. That recognition gives your qualification extra currency. That recognition gives your already international qualification an even super endorsement. So it doesn't matter whether tonight you graduate with a higher certificate, higher diploma, a degree, a postgraduate, a chartered or a professional diploma. Every single one of those qualifications is to a world-class standard. And we don't rest on our laurels. Our Vice Principal mentioned about winning the Queen's Award. Picture the scene. It's February. It's Buckingham Palace. There is Oxford University lined up beside Cambridge University, beside Glasgow University, beside City of Glasgow College. That's the level that the City of Glasgow College is at these days. All peers. And we are 14 years old, not 400 years old. Now, what do we win that award for? Well, we actually won that award, much to the chagrin of Strathclyde, for research. Never been known for a college to win such an award for research. Indeed, in the last ceremony, we presented a fellowship to one of our research fellows for groundbreaking research into oxygen depletion in enclosed spaces. That research, ladies and gentlemen, has a global impact. It saves hundreds of seafarers around the world, and it's about to be further boosted next year when we take that to a more digital dimension. Now, of course, graduates, you know that you've been involved in a deep immersion at our powerhouse of skills and industry standard courses. Now, that's enabled you to get valuable and valued graduate attributes in addition to your qualification. So when I mentioned you're competing as part of the pack, you're standing out from the pack of graduates across the United Kingdom because only you have city graduates attributes. Now, these are different from what you get elsewhere in Glasgow or Scotland or the UK. We distinguish our students because we give them the ability to be connected, to be optimistic, to be globally aware, and to be eternally curious. Now, these are all extremely invaluable skills to thrive in an AI economy. So, class of 2024, your future employer or your existing employer already knows that you're work ready. It already knows that you're equipped for the real world. It already knows that you've got the skills that you need to flourish. Many of you can also flourish by setting up your own business. And at the last ceremony, we had Chloe Oswald, one of our distinguished patisserie graduates, who talked about being at the college, then becoming a cheap chocolatier at Gleneagles Hotel, then having a spell at a 2-star Michelin restaurant, and then going on to set up Scotland's very first luxury chocolate company. And she was sitting where you're sitting only a few years ago. I think barely less than 10. So you've been taught by the best, in the best college. You've been taught to a world-class standard. And ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean? Well, if you're world-class, we set the standard and others follow. So parents, friends, loved ones, the graduate that you will treat this evening or this afternoon or tomorrow isn't just a graduate. He or she is a City of Glasgow College graduate. That means something extra special. You know, to let learning flourish, we do so through our collective Team City way, through inspiration, through excellence, and through innovation. And we do that in close collaboration and partnership with the public sector and the private sector. That partnership is essential. So tonight in the audience, I'm delighted to see Lorna Harrison from Bellison Community Care, Julie Elliott from Kira, Julie Cowan from Buddies Club and Services, and many others joining us online. Now, we're grateful for all these partnerships. We're grateful for all the stakeholder trust and support that we get. So thank you for that, because together, everyone achieves more. That's what really the word team stands for. Together, everyone achieves more. But back to that favourite ceremony tonight. I am genuinely thrilled that tonight we've got 3 members of the Team City family with their children graduate. And that's how much trust our colleagues placed in us. We've got an Associate Director, Les Patterson, here tonight to see his daughter, Ellie, graduate. We've got the college's Council and Welfare Coordinator, Eddie Buggy, seeing his daughter, Emily, graduating. And we've got our Chief of Staff, who's normally on the stage with me tonight, having the night off to celebrate her daughter, Rachel's graduation, which is delightful. Many of them are in the front row. This is a proud moment for them, but it's a proud moment for all families here and watching us online. You know, Mr. Chairman, I like to get our students ready to come on the stage. Keeps the blood flowing, stops anybody falling over, makes sure they go in the right direction. So we've got a little exercise which I need you to do. I need you shortly to stand up, because remember, no matter how perfect you think you are as a graduand, and I'm sure some of you do, you don't achieve anything without that team support behind you. So there is a time-honored tradition, not just wearing these fancy gowns, not just going in major settings, but it's to pay tribute to all those people who helped us. So can you please be upstanding and turn to where you think your family, friends are, and give them the loudest applause that you've got. So please stand up and help me do that. Okay, thank you. So you're almost ready. Class of 2024, please seize each and every day as if it were your last day. Please let us be proud of you by making a difference for someone or some organization. Never put off your personal goals to another day. Remember 3 simple words. Now is good. Now is the right time to do it. Not tomorrow, now. We have meticulously trained you to make that difference and to do so with excellence and to do so with impact. We believe that you really can achieve the impossible. I hope you do. Never, ever give up on your dreams. Persistence pays off every single time. Of course, a winner never quits, but equally, a quitter never wins. Class of 2024, I like to have my own time-honored tradition on occasions like this. I'm used to fondly quoting some memorable quote, usually from America, where I did part of my studies, but in deference to Glasgow's 850th anniversary next year. Glasgow, the city that welcomed this mere blow-in 17 years ago. Let me use a quote from Glasgow, indeed from one of the finest minds of our great city. Born in Belfast, of Ulster Scots tradition, William Thomson, better known to us here in Glasgow as Lord Kelvin, perhaps historically one of the most brilliant mathematicians and physicists and indeed engineers ever known to the United Kingdom, came here as a 19th century trailblazer. And Kelvin also had short words, but important words. He said, "To measure is to know. To measure is to know." So as you journey on, graduates, please heed that advice. Measure your progress regularly. Seek out knowledge periodically. And lead every day so that others can follow you. Many congratulations, class of 2024. May Glasgow be proud of you. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our guest of honour, Sandy Begbie, CBE. Sandy, you'll know I'll not say it all, Sandy, not leave you the points that you want to stress, but Sandy was appointed as the Chief Executive to Scottish Financial Enterprise in October 2020. Prior to joining the SFE, Sandy led the development of the Scottish Government's Young Persons Guarantee, following a challenging 18 months contract at Tesco Bank in changing it as their Chief Transformation Officer. Sandy was also responsible as the global people and organisation and culture expert following a successful merger of Standard Life and Aberdeen Asset Management. Before this merger, Sandy was the Chief People Officer and Lead Executive for China and Hong Kong Standard Life, 8 years. Sandy holds many non-executive positions, including Chair of Career Ready, Non-Executive Director of Place to Be, and Chair of Developing the Workforce in Scotland. Sandy was awarded a Commander of the British Empire in the Queen's Birthday Honours List in 2018 for services to business and social inclusion, and was elected a Fellow of the second oldest learning society in the world, the Royal Society of Edinburgh, in 2023. Please give Sandy Begbie, our Edinburgh resident, a warm Glasgow welcome. Thank you, Sandy.
Good evening, everyone, and I'd just like to thank Paul for the introduction. I'm delighted to be given the opportunity to speak this evening at your graduation. It's an absolute honour for me to be invited by the City of Glasgow College to do the keynote speech. And what a tremendous evening and what a tremendous achievement by you all. It's an enormous success, and your family, friends and yourselves will be hugely proud of what you've achieved. So all that hard work has been truly worthwhile. You will now be embarking on the next stage of your career, and as Paul said, there are many businesses out there who are always desperately looking for talent. I was asked to say a few words about my own career, and I guess some of the things I've learned over that period of time. So needless to say, I'm going to have to take you back quite a number of years, and particularly back to 1983, when I started as a 17-year-old in the Royal Bank of Scotland, in a branch in a small town called Prestonpans outside Musselburgh. I grew up in Musselburgh. I was born into a very working class family. University was not an option, mainly because I just didn't get the qualifications at school. I was distinctly average. I was only ever good at geography and debating, which as a combination doesn't really lead you very far. But my plan was always to join the police force. So my academic career was not going to be a problem because I was going to leave school and become a policeman. However, the plan didn't quite go according to plan, as they say. When I went for my medical, I failed. And I failed because I was colourblind. I had never known I was colourblind, and I didn't realise, to get into the police in those days, that that was one barrier that I simply couldn't get over. So I absolutely had no idea what I was going to do. Living just outside Edinburgh in 1983, Edinburgh was full of insurance companies, banks, other financial services firms. And I was very fortunate in those days that school leaver programmes were very common. Quite literally, the organisations would take on hundreds of school leavers in those days. So in the absence of knowing what I wanted to do, I thought, I'll maybe just try and apply, and at least I can get a job, and then I can work out what I might want to do. And I was very fortunate enough to be given an offer by the Royal Bank of Scotland. But while I had that offer, and it was going to buy me time, I also thought, well, maybe I will give this a try. But of course, I didn't have the qualifications to start the bank exams, which was the only way that you could actually progress in banking in those days. So I had to do a qualification, a night class qualification, which for someone who failed maths badly and failed English badly, the thought of doing an economic English exam was one that just was terrifying for me. But anyway, I worked hard, I managed to get it, and I was allowed to then start my bank exams. So as I say, I started in a branch in 1983. And 41 years later, I remain in financial services, albeit I did have 7 great years in the energy sector with Scottish Power. So I guess reflecting back, in putting together a few words this evening, I'd just like to share maybe 4 lessons that I've taken out of those 41 years that hopefully you might find helpful. First of all, no wrong path, which is a phrase that is used quite often around about the time that exam results come out. And I firmly believe in that whole concept of no wrong path, especially early in your career. In many ways, there is no wrong path. You will be provided with opportunities that I would encourage you to look at every opportunity that comes your way. The one person that talks you out of taking these opportunities is quite often yourself, because usually we as individuals are the ones who doubt ourselves most. So I'd encourage you to think about opportunities that come your way. And part of that is because there's no magic formula for a career. You'll find that there's lots of books, lots of things written about it. There's lots of advice that you'll be given. But the reality is that there is no magic formula. But there are some lessons that I think others can share with you and you can take along your journey. So the first thing that I've really come to learn is I go out my way not to listen to negative people. That sounds a bit odd thing to say. But more often than not, there are lots of people who will say, not sure you can do that. Maybe that's not quite for you. Oh, maybe you're pushing yourself a bit far. Are you ready for that promotion? Don't listen to them. Just take them out of your mind completely. And in fact, try and get yourself a network of positive people. And what I mean by that is could be family, could be friends, could be coaches, could be mentors. But from an early age, I always tried to find people that I could learn from, that would believe in me, would give me honest feedback, but would also encourage me to do more than I thought I could. And I think having that positive environment around you, I think, is hugely important. Believe in yourself, because quite often you'll actually surprise yourself. And I suspect some of you are sitting in this room tonight, and you're probably looking back and think, I've made it. I have surprised myself. I've done it. I've achieved this. It's just absolutely fantastic. Secondly, find out the limit of your capabilities. We all actually have a limit to our capabilities, which sounds a bit odd based on what I've said. What I mean by that is that you've got to push yourself into difficult circumstances and difficult situations. You need to lift yourself out of your comfort zone. You've got to put yourself into positions where you really feel as though you're being pushed and you're learning. And only by doing that can you really find out where your limits are. Too many people, I believe, don't inject some risk into a career. They try and take a very narrow view of a career and actually then block out opportunities as a result of that. Think about different sectors. When I moved from the Royal Bank of Scotland after 17 years, I went into the energy sector. To be perfectly honest, after 6 weeks, if somebody had offered me my job back in the Royal Bank of Scotland, I would have gone straight back. That would have been the worst move possible. I felt deeply uncomfortable. It was a different sector, different industry, different culture, completely different way of working. But you've got to push yourself into those situations to see where your limits are and how much you can learn and take on board. So yes, you need to inject some risk in your career. As Paul said, I looked after our joint venture for Standard Life in China for 8 years. I'd never been in China in my life. And I was flying over to China to chair my first audit and risk committee, which was conducted through an interpreter, which lasted for 8 hours, really a 4-hour board meeting, everything being interpreted, with people in the room I'd never met before. But I wanted the opportunity. I had no idea what it was going to be like. But someone had said to me, I think you could do this. And 7 or 8 years later, absolutely loved it. Really liked the country. I've got some great friends and great colleagues there. And that's why I mean about look at opportunities. Third, never stop learning. This is a lesson I learned very early on. The chair at Scottish Power said to me, the thing that makes a difference between excellent people and really good people is excellent people never stop learning. Always be curious. Always ask questions. Always read, try and understand. There's no such thing as a daft question. Going back to my earlier point, negative people say to you, that was a daft question. No such thing as a daft question. I always say that the day I wake up and decide there's nothing else I can learn today, then that's the day I should retire and give up. Because it's a thing about continuing to learn. Paul mentioned skills, and I'm a massive advocate of skills. And I think that, throughout your career, but particularly early on in your career, If you've got that curiosity, if you've got that desire, if you've got that push, then you will learn skills and you'll get experiences that will stand you in good stead in the future. Fourth is build your career in 3 to 5 year periods. I'm quite often asked saying, oh, did you have a plan for 40 years? I barely had a plan for 4 days, around 40 years when I first started out, because I wasn't going to be a policeman. But the whole point about 3 to 5 years is you can't forecast what's going to be in the future. But the reason I say that is because you should always think 2 jobs ahead. So you should always think about your next job in the context of the one after. And what I mean by that is your next job should give you skills and experience that will then take you on to the type of role that you want to do after that. It's all about building experiences, skills, and capabilities. When I mentor people, one of the things I get them to do is I'll ask them to write their CV as they want it to look in 3 to 5 years' time, which actually sounds quite an easy thing to do. It's actually really difficult to do because you're trying to explain to yourself what you're going to be like in 3 to 5 years' time. But it does give you a framework in which to think about your own personal development over that period in time. And finally, never stop being yourself. Everyone in the room has got their own set of values, which has been shaped by parents, friends, your upbringing, your background. So always be true to yourself and be true to your values. Not every organisation is just going to work out perfectly. Not every line manager is going to work out perfectly. It might not absolutely be a perfect fit. But always try and be yourself and always try and take the learnings from it. One time when I was at Standard Life, I'd been there for about 5 years, my boss came to me and said, I think you're trading on your experience. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he said, look, you're great at what you do, but he said, you're just doing the same thing. He said, and he knew me really well, and he said, the Sandy I know, he said, you've always constantly pushed yourself and pushed yourself. And he said, in some ways, you're not quite yourself because you've slightly slipped into that sort of comfort zone, and you've always pushed yourself out of the comfort zone. And that was just a little wake-up call. It's something I'd done unconsciously. I hadn't realised it myself. And that's where having friends, mentors, coaches, positive people around you can be massively helpful and influential. So careers are a mixture of luck, opportunity, capability, and hard work. For those of you who know golf, Gary Player once said, it's strange that the harder I work, the luckier I get. And it does come down to hard work at times. I've been quite fortunate that I've had a bit of luck. I've certainly had opportunities. Sometimes I've had to grab those opportunities myself and create them. I've always thought I've worked incredibly hard. And from my starting point at 17, that curiosity that I've had and that desire to learn has allowed me to build capabilities, experiences, and skills that, bluntly, school wasn't really the right environment for me from an academic point of view. So I could never expected to have my career turn out the way it has. And in fact, my background, in many ways, would say that it shouldn't have, given my own upbringing and background. But the point is that I never ever let that feel as though in some ways it was some sort of constraint. I never felt as though I needed to explain myself to people. I just decided to be myself and go after the opportunities that came to me. So you all have your lives and careers ahead of you. You will learn your own lessons, but hopefully this short speech has in some ways helped you think about your next steps, but also maybe I'll give you an insight into some of the lessons I've learned over the years. Whatever you choose to do, go and make a difference. Congratulations again.
Gosh, Sandy, I think you've just given us all a masterclass in planning or not planning careers. That was wonderful. Thank you. I think every student, every staff member, every family person here will have picked up something from that. I'm not sure if I feel comfortable knowing that having failed maths, you now head up major financial organisations. But, you know, you just be positive. That network of positivity is always the thing that we need to have. Be curious, work hard. We've heard some really, really good things today, Sandy, and I'm sure our graduates who are here today will really feel energised, will think positive, will think about their career chunks. So I guess we're at the point now that we've all been looking forward to for the presentation of awards, and I would invite Principal Little to come forward to present the graduation scrolls, and Vanessa Telfer, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Education and Humanities, to announce our 2024 graduates. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the graduands for the Faculty of Education and Humanities and Professional Courses. HNC Accounting, Yanua Chen. HND Accounting, Sarah Ali. Hamza Ali. Matthew Finlay. Grace Friel. Enamel Hawk. Alexis MacDonald. Craig Murphy. Kieran Smith. David Williamson. For HNC Financial Services, Naz Ayobi. HND Financial Services, Lewis Kennedy. HND Supply Chain Management, Niamh Leslie Kane. Mark Walsh. HNC Administration and Information Technology with Digital Communications, Sofia Kuzmenko. Catherine Tinlin. HND Administration and Information Technology, Noah Abevi. Ikram Dib. Erin Gallagher. Sarah Hamed. Jodie Claire Kelly. Beth Lamont. Sharon Mortimer. Hanani Motsai Taroi. Amina Hassan Shadley. Abisha Tushanthan. HNC Business with Enterprise, Fatima Al-Maliki. Yahavala Sefa. Matthew Banks. HNC Business with HR, Jamie Ann Dinnan. HNC Business, Cara Newman. HND Fashion Business, Katie Bruin. Emily Duffy. Beth Farron. Hannah Kane. Rebecca McRae. Kate Ross. Augusto Santos Casero. Molly Stephen. Ellie Tennant. HND Business, Murray Allen. Lauren Cameron. Sky Conway. Jamie DeLacy. Sean Omondi Dixon. Millie Duncan. Hannah Ferkova. Daniel Glenn. Lauren Gold. Marley Holmes. Rachel Hunter. Callum Winghong Ip. Billy Lang. Demi McDonald. Molly McFarlane. Zobia Malik. Kirsty Lee McDonald. Edward Ronald Maguire. Malak Osman. Lauren Rowan. Rachel Rose. Erin Russell. Melissa Thompson. Diploma of Higher Education Business, Aisha Abid. Logan Allen. Mirren Boyle. Declan Butler. Simon Ford. Jamie Gunn. Sean Hanley. Daniel Kelly. Alistair Mackenzie. Maisie McCluckey. Jamie Sullivan. Carol Trotter. HNC Legal Services, Celine Goulaire. Alicia Matteonina. HND Legal Services, Holly Barnes. Rachel Carr. Kaylee Cons. Ellie Coyle. Sarah Crane. Caris Doll. Nicola Davies. Joshua Doherty. Rosemary Edos. Lucy Friel. Evie Marie Gibson. Jenna Marie Gregory. Jessica Gunn. Tira Halcrow. Nadia Hughes. Ellie Johnston. Patricia Liddell. Kirsty Louise Lyle. Demi McNeil. Madison McCulloch. Casey McGill. Ria Mita. Callum Myton. Elisha O'Hagan. Connor O'Hara. Jessica O'Neill McRae. Shauna Patterson. Mitchell Ray. Tariq Ski. Rachel Stewart. Amy Struthers. Megan Williamson. HNC Healthcare Practice, Rihanna Brady. Senga Diamond. Johanna Gebrekeden Tekel. Doris Hadomi. Raman Preet Kaur. Danielle Lucas. Elena Martorana. Kerlin McMillan. Chloe Louise Murray. Nicole Murray. Catherine Turner. Joan Wong. HNC Social Services, Jennifer Agnew. Sky Mason. Chelsea McCafferty. Lauren McIntyre. Rachel Mackay. Catherine Monaghan. Ruth Monzel. Awo Mirakua Oforisaki. Catherine Rowantree. Samantha Tabor. Marie Chantal Uimana. Steve Venzel. HNC Childhood Practice, Zaina Ahmad. Money Begum. Honey Brown. Neve Burnside. Gemma Cunningham. Ava Bow Catherine Duffy. Chloe Fitzpatrick. Kathleen Hanley. Jessica Kennedy. Katie Mackery. Rachel McCarroll. Elizabeth McCall. Mia Owens. Luke Shortman. HND Childhood Practice, Lewis Carlisle. Heather Grant. Rosie Mason. Cian George Kevin McGrath. Abigail Heather O'Rourke. Charisma Shan. Michelle Sloss. Stephanie Stewart. Diploma in Education and Social Services, Thaisa Gomez Pinto. HNC Social Sciences, Abby McKinley. Beatrice Miguez. Ailey Patterson. HND Social Sciences, Corinne Daly. Alexis Mason. Christopher Patram. Sheila Sarpong. Diploma of Higher Education Social Sciences, Ross John Sweeney. HNC Social Sciences, Abby McKinley. SIPS Level 6 Professional Diploma, Jennifer McCartney. CIPD Level 3 Foundation Certificate in People Practice, Louise Buchanan. Olivia Booner. Charles Grasham. Courtney Kerr. Sarah Lavery. Kimberly Jane Logan. Ellie Maguire. Ellie Moore. Michelle Murray. Amy Tomlinson. CIPD Level 5 Associate Diploma in People Management, Nicola Adams. Gregor Faulkner. Carly Liddell. Olivia McGregor. Elise Mooney. Becca Smith. Carolina Burke. Laura Farrell. Nadine McFarlane. Victoria O'Donnell. Ashlyn Ralston. Kate Smiley. CIPD Level 5 Associate Diploma in Organisational Learning and Development, Kelly Ross. Emily Smith. CMI Level 5 Award in Management and Leadership, Louise Pollock. Diploma in Digital Application Support, Marie Kenna. PDA Teaching Practice in Scotland's Colleges, Josephine Johnston. John Martin. Danielle McDade. Nicole Reddicks. Zoltan Zabo. Stephanie Wade. PDA Internal Verification of Workplace Assessment, Alison Blair. Nikki Milne. Karen Elizabeth Smith. SVQ Social Services and Healthcare Level 2, Salone Bola. Hayley Carr. Shelley Ferguson. Diane Lowry. Lindsay McElhaney. Diane Stewart. Stacey Woodrow. Priscilla Miller. Mary Wilson. SVQ Social Services and Healthcare Level 3, Russell Bridges. Ellen Margaret Chalmers. Jane Kemp. Eleanor McAllister. Gillian McNeil. Doha Tari Jyoti Hassani. Nicole Telfer. Donna Ann Brown. SVQ Social Services and Healthcare Level 4, Emma Gray. Leanne Hines. SVQ Social Services Children and Young People Level 3, Nosheen Butt. Rachel Dupree. Emma Hanley. Patricia Loney. Ashley Linus. Laura Matheson. Kirsty McCall. Lauren McKean. Lorraine O'Donnell Brown. Claire Patterson. SVQ Business Administration Level 3, Amy Dragsness. TUC Diploma in Employment Law, David Robert Breton. Lynn Davis. Hugh Kelly. Louise Kowalska. This concludes the conferring of awards for the Faculty of Education and Humanities and Professional Courses. Congratulations to all our graduates.
Are we done now? That was wonderful, brilliant. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of you. What a great evening. We want you to sit back just now and enjoy a short video celebrating your time at the college. So let the memories unfold.
This is a story about you. Remember your first day? Stepping onto the campus full of hope, filled with nerves, excitement and dreams. You got lost in the corridors and struggled how to work the lifts. You walked into your class for the first time surrounded by unfamiliar faces. Faces that would soon become friends, teammates, and even best mates. For the first time, this college, this community felt real. No longer just an application on a website or a picture in a prospectus. You've got up for class 240 times. You've been on campus 320 times. You've spent 1,980 hours in class, and you've completed 60 assessments, and you've climbed 17,520 stairs. But this journey, your journey, wasn't just about numbers or climbing stairs. It's about the steps you've taken as a maker, a writer, a photographer, a builder, and even a carer. You've learned to manage projects, build games, sail ships, and even turn someone into a monster. But it wasn't always that straightforward. There were times that you felt lost, overwhelmed, unsure if you would ever get it right. You failed, you stumbled, you missed deadlines, and faced challenges you didn't think you could overcome. Yet despite those knocks, you kept getting up. You kept showing up, you worked, you pushed, you believed, and eventually, it all clicked. And now look where you are. You've made it. You're here at the finishing line of this chapter, standing tall, accomplished and ready to celebrate not just what you've completed and achieved, but here to celebrate who you've become. But today isn't the end. It's a new beginning. You've done it your way, using your voice, showing your passion. Now it's over to you to choose your next steps. Wherever you go, know that City is with you. Because without you, there is no City of Glasgow College. Today you're a graduate, and today you're getting up for a different reason. Getting up on stage to collect your qualification, getting in front of your family and friends to celebrate your hard work, and getting up to show that you kept getting up. And here's what we ask of you. Don't stop. Don't settle. Keep reaching. Keep dreaming. Because this is just the beginning. So, keep getting up. Thank you and congratulations from all of us at City of Glasgow College.
So I think after that, you know why this is our favourite day of the year. And if you didn't have a tear in your eye watching that, but this is your day. I think as Sandy said earlier, you know, be curious, work hard, be kind. That's the key thing. So look, I think we've got some final prizes to give. And could I invite Sandy to the front of the stage, please? Thank you. So these are particularly special prizes. They're the Principal's Prizes for Outstanding Academic Achievement, sponsored by Eid and Ravenscroft. And the first prize goes to Abisha Tushantan for HND Administration and Information Technology. Sky Masson, HNC Social Services. So thank you, Sandy, for presenting the prizes. It was a true honour to have you along this evening. We know you're an exceptionally busy person, but as a token of gesture from the class of 24, the Principal would like to give you a small gift. So we've now reached the end of today's proceedings. Once again, many congratulations to all of you. We wish you every success as you move forward, and we hope you enjoy the celebrations that lie ahead. It'd be remiss of me not to say to you, as I've done twice this afternoon, look after those scrolls. They were hard-earned, and you don't want to leave them somewhere. So for those interested, the names of all graduates are published in today's edition of the Glasgow Herald, which is available at the exit of the concert hall. And at this time, may I kindly invite you all to stand as the platform party exits the auditorium. And as the party leaves, there's a short video from some of your lectures that you will want to spend time to enjoy. Thank you.
On behalf of my team, a huge well done and congratulations to all of our retail and supply chain management students. And a special mention to graduates of fashion business. We're extremely proud of that. Your hard work, your commitment and determination has been rewarded, and as a team we wish you every success in your future endeavours. Thank you for working with us in what has been a challenging last few years, and we look forward to hearing all about your future successes and the stories that are still to be told. A massive congratulations, guys.
Well done HNC and HND Childhood Practice. The early years team here at City are very proud of you and everything you've achieved. We wish you every success in the future going forward.
Huge congratulations to HNC Social Services. You've done an amazing job. I wish you all the very best for the future going forward.
And well done to HNC Healthcare Practice. The teams here are so proud of all of you and everything that you've achieved, and all the very best with whatever you do next.
And to all of you, I say all the best for the future. You have been hard grafters.
Congratulations to all our students graduating tonight, with a special mention to all the work-based and professional programmes who have not only done their qualification, they've also done it while working. So well done, guys.
Yes, I just want to say congratulations on all your hard work and good luck with all your future plans.
Congratulations!
From all the finance and accounts team, congratulations on becoming a City of Glasgow College graduate. We're all so excited to watch you take the next steps into the rest of your life.
It's been a tough couple of years, but you've all worked really hard and you did phenomenally well, especially in the Ladies Unit this year, and we're all really, really proud of you. And we wish you the absolute best in your future career and your future studies.
Just remember, life is a journey. It's not about where you end up, it's about the path that takes you there. Just live it, cherish it, and let the pride of the day guide you through all of the hard times. Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations all the students for Education and Humanities. It's now time to go and have some fun and celebrate with your family and friends. Well done.
To all our Legal Services students graduating from everyone in Legal Services,
Congratulations!
To all of our business students, we are so proud of all of your achievements. We hope you've gone on to exciting things since you left us in June. Tonight should be a time of celebrating with your friends and family, and we hope you have an amazing night. Well done.
Work-based can't.
Right, Stuart, try to shake jazz hands. Congratulations.
I failed.
I know, give me a minute, just give me a second. Okay. I promise I don't teach like this.
And for me, I say, well done to everyone.
You are